Good morning, everybody. Hope you can hear me all right. I got on a little bit early, just to be sure. Hi, Emmett. How are you? So what's going to happen, I think, is that I'm going to wait just a little bit until people get on, and then we'll all say hello, and then I'll start going over some announcements, and then if people have questions, I'll leave a little bit of time for questions. Hi, Owen. How are you? Good morning. Mallory. Oh, tomorrow is the first day of spring. Good morning, Sadie. How are you? Okay, so I'm actually I'm doing an action research project on the online learning, and I'm going to take attendance. Hi, Rowan. Hi, Maggie. Somerset. Hi, Ella. So, like I said, I'm just going to take attendance here real quick. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm trying to get adjusted to kind of a new schedule, so it's been interesting. Hi, Hazel. It's kind of weird me talking and you guys not being able to respond back. Ezra, what's up? Okay, Chen, good morning. Sorry, I'm just taking attendance here. Mallory, Everett, Pierce is here. I need a pen that works. Okay, all right. Let me just see if I can scroll up. Okay. All right. Let's see where we are. Okay, Cadence is here. Cone is here. Mia is here. Jules is here. Plumber Trip. Owen. Okay. I think I got everybody. Good. So everybody, good morning. I hope you're doing well. Today's kind of the second day of online. So the first thing I want to address is that I got some feedback that all your teachers are giving you a bunch of work, and some of you felt overwhelmed by that, and I apologize for that. Basically, right now for me, if you guys are doing a little bit of reading and the writing, journaling, I think that's the most important piece. And, the journaling or the diary, I think, is really important because this is a historic time. I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but I've never lived through anything like this. And I just think it's very important that we're writing things down and kind of keeping track of how the world's changing. So, again, the schedule I think I sent out was all live stream every day at 9 o'clock. We'll go. Yesterday we went a little bit longer till about 9:15. And then you'll have a language arts activity, science and math, and then at 11 o'clock to really 12:45, you guys should be getting outside, getting some exercise, and then eating, making sure you're eating, staying healthy. And then at 12:45 to 1:15, 12:45 to 1:15, you guys, I put that time as a good time to journal. And what I'm doing is getting my schedule together and seeing what the best schedule is for me and for us in terms of being able to answer questions, et cetera, et cetera. So just some real quick question here is, are we going to get prompts for the writing? You will get prompts. I'm trying to figure out how to organize that. There's probably going to be, I think the big thing right now is I would just be writing about how your day's going. And then I'll start giving you some prompts. We're going to get back to reading the Odyssey next week. So once we get into the Odyssey, we'll have more directed prompts. But for right now, I would suggest that folks are just kind of writing about your days. For an example, yesterday was a little bit different for me. We started out with a live stream, and then I ended up having to do a lot of work and planning, and just kind of responding to emails. The family and I went for a walk in the middle of the day, and I ended up working pretty much till about 4:30, and then working till 4:30, and then I actually rode my bike a little bit and did some reading. I've been doing some crossword puzzles, listening to a lot of music right now. Just music seems to kind of get my attention off of kind of current events and what's going on. So there is one question here. Will you be grading our journals? I don't think I'll be grading them, but I might be asking you to look at your journals or look at whatever writing and maybe submit a good piece of writing. I'm probably going to ask you next week to send me an email with an expanded journal entry. So if you've been writing regularly, you can take one of those journal entries and you could put it into your email. Another question, will we get progress reports? Right now, progress reports are postponed. Conferences are postponed. Pretty much everything is on hold until we establish a schedule. I will say this, and I have a second screen over here. Yesterday, we had the 7th graders, 65% of the kids completed their tentative schedule. They turned that in on Google Classroom, and 60% turned in their goal. 8th graders, we had 56 students turned in their schedule, and 52% turned in their goal. Those are awesome numbers. Those are great. What I'd really like to see is that kind of continue to climb. I'd like to see the attendance on the live streams go up too. That's awesome. It's really great to hear from you guys and to make sure everybody's okay. So again, people are talking about how much work they have. And I just want to make sure that if you think you have too much work or you're a little bit stressed out, you need to make sure that you tell me that, and I can dial it way back. That's no problem. So please just send me an email. Hey, Mr. Taylor, I've got all this different work. I get it. That's no problem. Your journal might just be a few quick words about what you did during the day. And again, just paying attention to that. So here's a comment, is it feels like there's a lot more work when we're online than in school. Well, I've taken online courses, and that's the way it goes, because teachers don't feel like they have contact with you. They just throw a whole bunch of stuff out there. So what I'm suggesting is that if you feel like there's too much work, I want you to cut back on my classwork. Maybe not the other classes, because I'm not sure what kind of contact you have with your other teachers. But if we're going to be talking to each other like this on a daily basis, then you can let me know and you can just dial it back, and I'm totally responsive to that. So right now, there's a bunch of questions, and I just want to hold off on the questions because I have some announcements for you. And let me just go through those announcements real quick. Okay, so first, there's been some questions about the reading and the reading logs. I just posted a new reading log. It's on top of the Team Dynamix homepage. It's also on top of the Dynamix online page. So there's your book log. So any reading, or if you finish a book, there's a new book log. It's on top of both of our home pages. So let me just go back to this questions. Okay, is the journal required? Good morning, Diego. I don't think the journal's not required, right? But I'm telling you that this is a very important time in your lives, and I think that you should really be journaling or writing it down, or maybe making short videos. So I just really feel like you should be writing down what's happening during the days. And for me, I'm doing that. I'm also posting on Instagram, and I am really just trying to keep track of what's going on, because I think, look, this is historical. And as we've been talking about in class, history. This is making history right now, and you guys are primary sources to what's going on. And I think that what you need to do is just really be recording that somewhere, so that when you're 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, then you guys will be able to look back on this time and learn some lessons for it, I hope. So I would suggest journaling. I'm not going to grade it, but I'd be very interested to hear how you guys are thinking about that. Okay, so there's been a lot of questions about the Vermont History Day, so I just want you folks to listen. Today at 1:15, I'm gonna try a new platform. It's called a Google Meet, and the Google Meet is like this, except you guys, when you join, you'll be able to join by video. And I'm gonna send an invitation to the whole class to Google Meet at I'll send that to you in your email, and then at 1:15, we'll try that. And it's kind of like this, except it's a video, and you'll be able to talk to me, and we'll be able to talk back and forth. And I'm doing that for two reasons. Number one is I want you to see if you can dial in and we can use that platform. And number two, I want also to talk about Vermont History Day a little bit more. Number one, Vermont History Day, the deadline is extended till May 2nd. It's extended till May 2nd. So right now in your daily lives, I want you to just kind of relax and put that on hold just for a little bit. I'm going to get that organized, okay? I'm going to get that organized, and we'll start talking about that. The other thing that I want to, so Vermont History Day is delayed. It's delayed until May 2nd, and we're going to go more slowly on that over the next week or two. So just relax. Don't worry about Vermont History Day. What I would really like for you to think about is getting into a schedule, setting a goal, and making sure you turn that stuff into me. Again, I'm doing an action research project as a teacher to see if this online learning will work. So I'll be asking for your feedback a lot, and I'll be trying to determine, what's working right, what's working not well, and how I can change that. So Vermont History Day, just kind of relax about that until I get that organized. So 1:15 today, we'll have a Google Meet. I will send that to you. Now, people have some questions about Green Team. In the schedule, I pointed out that on Mondays at 11 o'clock, we're going to have Green Team. We're going to do that either using Google Meet or we're going to use Zoom. I will send all of the invitations to you. I will make sure that you are aware of when it's happening. All right. Do you have to show up? No, but I'm doing that because Drew McNaughton, who works with us, and also John Jose from the Central Vermont Solid Waste Committee, they want to continue to participate and you continue to work with us. So at 11 o'clock on Mondays, just like we do normally, we're going to have a Green Team. I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but that will be a time where I'll be explaining, hey, what's going on, and that will also be a time when you can work on your Green Team Academy. So what I would suggest is that if you're thinking about, Green Team Academy, that's on Mondays. Vermont History Day, don't worry about till next week. Right now, if you're just, reading and writing, doing a little bit of the diary, if you set a goal and if you create a schedule and turn that in, that would be great. Okay. I think that's it for right now. Let me just look at my. Okay. The other thing too, I'm looking at my notes here. I have some notes. The other thing too is that when you guys turn in your schedule and you turn in your first set of goals, that is going to be, you'll get a certificate for that. I'll start sending out the certificates today. Hold on a second here. I need a pen that works. Okay, I'll start sending out the certificates today. And again, you have until Friday to turn in the goals and the schedule. Okay, so somebody has a question, how do I access Google Meet? I'm going to try and send you the invitation through email. Okay. The last thing that I want to mention is that if you go to the Dynamix online homepage or you're subscribed to the playlist, I posted I read this book out loud. This is an awesome book. I read this book out loud, and I made a little movie about it, and it's basically just me reading it out loud. It's like a vodcast. There's some visuals. And if you want to listen to that today, that would be your only, that's kind of your only thing to do, is to listen to that story. This is a great story. This is a great book. Achilles is an amazing character, and I would very much recommend that you pay attention to that story. So are there other questions that people have concerning organization or any resources? Ollie Laxer, good morning, has a question. Are there any other assignments other than the goals and schedule? Nope, that's pretty much it. Just continue writing and reading. One last thing that I want to mention before I let everybody go is gaming. Gaming. So I've already looked into like an online Scrabble deal, and that was hard to figure out. Also, the Minecraft thing, I'm going to spend some time looking at the Minecraft, and I have to figure out. So I'm going to join Minecraft, and then I'm going to try and set up a realm for us. I'm going to try and do that by next week, and if so, then we'll be able to play. The other thing, that if people have other online games that we could play, like Scrabble or Words with Friends, then please let me know. And Words with Friends, I think you can only play on your phone or your iPod, and I'm looking for stuff that I can play on the computer. So anyway, if you have any suggestions about that, I will be getting back to you as soon as possible about that. And then, I'll be working out the Minecraft thing, and we'll try and get that going by next week. I'm not up to speed on all the Minecraft, so you guys are going to have to help me out with that. And then Prodigy. So hold on, guys. Stop commenting for 1 second. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Rowan, you mentioned Prodigy. Could you send me the link to Prodigy? I want to post some of this on, I want to put this on our website, okay? Remember, you need to keep your comments appropriate. And if you do have suggestions for me or feedback or questions, I'll be working on email pretty much from now until 11 o'clock. And then just like you, I'll be taking a break, eating, exercising, and then we're going to do a Google Meet today at 1:15. And maybe I don't know how long that's going to last. But I think that's it. Remember to do your schedule. Remember to do your goal. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have 31 people on the live stream, which is awesome. And again, you guys are doing a great job. I really appreciate it. Be good to your families. See how you can help out. There's a lot of people out there who are undergoing a lot of stress right now. So be helpful, be kind, and please stay healthy, okay? Have a great day. And again, I'll be available online throughout the rest of the day. Don't hesitate to be in touch, okay? Take care, and I will see you hopefully this afternoon. Bye now.